Do you think that Speaker Pelosi should be willing to hold the articles until February or even longer?
I think the Speaker should do what's necessary in order to make sure that there is, in fact, a fair proceeding that takes place in the United States Senate. This is about an impeachment proceeding for the President of the United States. This is literally nothing more consequential that Congress, both the House and Senate, can engage in. And you've got a Senate Majority Leader that has already said, in Mr. McConnell, that they're working hand in glove with the White House to ensure that this process is essentially cooked.
I don't know why the Speaker's doing this. Maybe she's telling the truth, that she wants to dictate the policy or the procedure, rather, to the Senate. If she's sincere in that, I think it's unconstitutional. Maybe it's a cynical political ploy. Maybe her actions demonstrate indecision. I don't know. I fully expect the president to do two things: claim executive privilege, which is his right, and number two, demand his own list of witnesses.
Witnesses need to be heard in the United States Senate. I think what Leader Schumer is saying, let's have at least those witnesses testify along with the documents that would reflect exactly why the funds were held up, why a meeting was not allowed with the president of Ukraine, and exactly the context of the July phone call. I think that's a minimum for a fair trial in the United States Senate.
So in the end, look, the Senate's going to conduct a fair trial. I have confidence in Mitch McConnell doing that. There was not a fair trial in the House, and I think that was very clear. And you see what Pelosi did there, literally shutting down the ability for the minority to even have a day of hearings, which is required under House rules. They broke that rule. They broke a lot of rules to ram through this impeachment charade just because they have a political vendetta against the president.
And there's no such thing as a fair trial where the prosecution doesn't get to put on its witnesses and documents. That is, on its face, a rigged trial. It's a sham trial.
A lot of folks watched what happened in the House with the proceedings down in the basement and the inability to call the Republicans to call the witnesses they want and that sort of thing. And it disturbs them. They wonder what's happening in the United States. So I think what the president has said is, hey, let's get this trial in the Senate. Let's get it over with, and let's go back to the business of the American